Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Coffee at Rosevine Cottage. I am so glad you're here. Take a moment, grab a cup of coffee or a glass of tea, and then we're going to get started. It's easy to trust God when you are on the mountaintop, but what about when the bottom falls out for the 100th time and you find yourself at the mercy of yet another storm? What about when you did trust God, but He remained silent and nothing seemed to change? How do you keep trusting as your hopes and dreams swirl the drain? When the promises you've clung so tightly to begin to crumble? When all you have is swirling smoke and ash? Why should you continue to trust God? The Bible is filled with stories of men and women, their triumphs and their sorrows, of miraculous victories and great loss. We can all find a story to relate to, and we can't help but wonder why God would allow this pain. But it isn't until you step back and look at the whole picture that you find the reason. Each step, each event, each stumble, each shortcoming, every victory is part of something bigger. So much bigger. There had to be a famine so that Naomi's family would leave their homeland. Her husband and sons had to die so that Ruth would return with her. Generation after generation, story after story, they fall into place to pave the road to Jesus' birth. Sometimes the storms that we face, the battles that we wage, the heartache, the pain that we experience has nothing to do with us. Perhaps the storm that we are fighting, perhaps this storm that we are fighting that we can't understand why God would allow us to walk through is one of those moments, one of those paving stones to something so much greater. Perhaps this battle that we have to wage and win is setting it up so that our children or our grandchildren or their children do not have to win this battle because we did it for them. Even when it feels as if God is silent and far away, He's not. I promise you He's not. The Bible promises us that He will never ever leave us or forsake us, and that we can never ever be lost to Him, not even in the midst of this storm. You will not walk alone. No matter how dark the night or how fierce the storm, you will never be alone. He is with you, and He is God in the storm. You don't understand the why, and I know that it goes against everything you are feeling, but I promise you, you don't have to understand the why. It's not your job. The truth is, the why isn't always so easily or quickly revealed. Sometimes it takes years, sometimes it takes generations to be fully revealed, and sometimes this side of heaven it never will be revealed. All you need to do is keep trusting Him. Keep clinging to the knowledge that He knows the why, and leave it in His hands. Because He isn't finished yet. The story does not end here in this place of pain. When we continue to trust and leave the pieces all in His hands. When we continue to trust and leave the pieces all in His hands, it allows Him to redeem the broken places and finish weaving His story of grace in our lives. Why should we continue to trust? He is God over the storm. Even when we don't understand, when we feel all alone, He sees and He has a plan that He has known before we were ever born. You are His child, and even though it feels all wrong in this moment, His plans are to prosper you. Jeremiah 29:11. He is our lifeline. We can't go through this storm on our own. He is your shelter, your shield, the one that goes before you in every battle, in every storm. God doesn't make mistakes. He is not surprised by the situation that you find yourself in. And He already has placed the provision that you will need in this season. In the midst of the storm is where everything that we've learned, all the lessons that He has taught us along our journey is put into action. It is here in the storm where our trust is made strong. It takes the heat of the fire, the strength of the storm to clear away the cliches, the illusions, and false hope and broken ways of thinking. It gives us the foundation stones to build on when the bottom falls out once more and we're left reeling. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. I hope this episode blessed you. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. And if you're on Facebook, consider liking our page. We'd love to have you. Make sure you hit the bell icon so you'll know when our next video is live. Have a blessed week. We'll see you right here again for the next episode of Coffee at Rosevine Cottage.